Energy to spin off AI arm Kraken to create potential $15 billion software platform. Kraken could look to go public within the next year as it aims for U.S. growth. By Yusuf Khan. September 18, 2025. 3:27 a.m. Eastern Time. British renewable energy startup Octopus Energy is spinning off its artificial intelligence arm, Kraken, in what could create a standalone entity worth $15 billion. Kraken has operated in Octopus's shadow, but has helped power its parent to unicorn status as the startup provides renewable energy to British and European consumers. Based on its last funding round in 2024, Octopus was valued at over $9 billion. The company is now looking to spin off the golden goose as demand for Kraken, which serves as an AI platform designed for energy and utility companies, grows. Kraken serves companies with some 75 million customers and has annual recurring revenue of $500 million. Its customers include French energy giant EDF, Australian utilities firm Origin Energy, and Japan's Tokyo Gas, which use the Kraken software within their business. Origin has a 22.7% stake in Octopus Energy. Kraken chief executive Amir Orad said the demerger will give the company the option to go public within 12 months, with New York or London the most likely listing destination. In the spin-off, Octopus's current investors will receive ownership stakes in the standalone Kraken. Kraken's valuation could reach $15 billion in an IPO after its spin-off, according to analysts. Meanwhile, Octopus could be valued between $4 billion and $6 billion were it to go public, according to people familiar with the matter. Octopus has made no indications it would go public itself. Octopus's investors include former U.S. Vice President Al Gore's investment fund, Generation Investment Management, the Californian pension fund CalPERS, and the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board. Octopus has resisted calls to go public, citing its ability to raise capital as a private company. Orad said splitting up the companies will allow it to better serve its customers in areas like utilities, where the companies may compete with each other. Octopus has rapidly expanded into European markets, where Octopus's competition also uses Kraken as their baseline software. Splitting up the two companies helps to avoid conflicts of interest, Orad says. With many customers in France, in Germany, in Spain, the UK, and other places where Octopus operates, we want to serve all of them equally without even the perception that there is an issue, said Orad. It will allow us to accelerate growth in markets where people were uncomfortable with the Octopus relationship. Earlier this year, Kraken also signed a deal with National Grid in New York and Massachusetts to act as the AI customer service and billing platform for 6 million U.S. customers. Kraken is aiming to have 100 million accounts by 2027, something analysts have said is conservative in terms of growth. Kraken is the best growth business in software most investors are still unaware of, said Angus Aitken, partner at Aitken Mount Capital Partners in Australia. Aitken Mount pushed to stop a takeover of Origin Energy from Brookfield Renewable Partners in December 2023, because it felt that investors hadn't sufficiently valued Origin's stake in Octopus. It doesn't have a stake in Octopus Energy itself. We think they can IPO Kraken for a substantial number, but we are more focused on what it can be worth in 5 years or beyond, and that is $30 billion to $50 billion and beyond, he added. Octopus founder Greg Jackson indicated there could be more demergers in the years to come as Octopus incubates more companies within the main group itself. It runs one of the largest electric vehicle charging businesses in the UK, for example, as well as being one of the biggest providers of green products like heat pumps. I think the big picture for me is that 5 or 6 years ago Kraken was zero. It was literally incubated to something that's likely to be a decacorn or thereabouts, Jackson said. Venture capitalists refer to companies valued at over $1 billion as unicorns, while those valued at over $10 billion are called decacorns. In the UK, Octopus is known for its novel approaches to bringing the energy transition to customers. For example, potential homeowners in the UK were offered the chance to pay nothing on their energy bills for at least 10 years if they bought a property powered by green technology, including solar panels, heat pumps, and chargers for EVs, under a Zero Bills Home campaign. It recently joined with Chinese EV giant BYD to lease customers a car and charger that would operate on its smart tariff program, in which customers pay for energy at prices based on market demand during the time it is used. Octopus said there likely would be occasions when customers would be paid for having the car. That's because Octopus would use the energy from the parked vehicle to feed demand from the grid during peak times and recharge the car at times of lower demand. When we first launched Octopus, we were frequently challenged. People would ask, "Why are you building a technology when that's a commodity?" And a few years later, when we first started licensing Kraken to other companies, it was like, "Why are you giving away your secret sauce?" And now people look at this and go like, "Wow, Kraken's amazing," Jackson added. Write to Yusuf Khan at yusuf.khan@wsj.com.